vacation, so
yeah, might as well get it ready now.
Okay, hide me when it goes. Oh shit, it's live.
Yeah, I finally did. Well, we're just waiting for everyone else to get here. Hello? Can't believe 2020, we're now in the new year.
My new year has been going great.
Well, it's only been 2 days.
Yeah, but still.
Wonder what we're looking. Yeah, 2026 is going to be one crazy year. Anyways, how was all of your Christmases?
Nah, mine went fine.
Mid. I remember. So okay, I guess I might. All right then. Reflection of a diamond. All right. Let me go. Let me take I swear off the list.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh, hey, welcome to the stream.
yep. We're at the last. We're at the last of the movie reviews.
Yep.
And this is going to be quite a big one because there's going to be quite a handful of possible re-reviews here, as well as tackling some of the biggest films of the year.
Travis wants the link to the stream.
I don't know about that. Doing it with only all of us here, is pretty peaceful in contrast to Ethan's streams.
Yeah, but plus because I can't really afford, trying to add more people in. I can only really go with 6. So I have to go because it's free that way.
I am now a patron on Letterboxd.
Oh,
Awesome!
Certainly a way to start the new year. I even took advantage of the damn thing already.
Yeah. And oh boy, do we have a lot planned for this week?
Pretty much.
Yep.
As we go, as we're gonna start with the best movies of 2025, probably on Monday.
Oh.
And of course, if on either Wednesday or Friday, we will of course end it with our worst movies of the year.
Honestly, I think it should be the other way around, so we end off the season on a high note.
True, but at the same time, our worst movies tend to be a little more in depth with them, since they somehow tend to be longer.
Yeah. And Mighty Pups Fanboy actually came back to YouTube yesterday.
He was on Deadwing Dork.
Yeah, after his long hiatus, he actually came back with a new stream.
Yeah,
I am very wary.
yeah,
I
but
don't
then again, Harry Thomas was on Deadwing Dork, and even he doesn't. At least he's an actual likable person.
And unlike Alex, Deadwing Dork is nothing more than a comedy show.
Yep.
There is a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. And also, I was on his stream last night. And Vin was there too. And yes, I did talk to Vin about the whole situation last week.
Yeah, that stunt will never stunt. Yeah, I practically blocked him for a while, until he starts to behave. I may give him another chance as long as he does not repeat that mistake again. But yeah.
Yeah, I may give Vin another chance as long as he does not repeat that same stunt he did last week, where he literally pulled out a knife.
Anyways, what do we have so far in our collection? Should I go first?
All right, you go first.
All right. This is something one of my parents got me for the New Year's Eve stuff.
Cool.
It says New Year 2026.
Yep. Actually, I got something from a friend of mine.
And here is the only thing I got this Christmas. A little bit of a keychain for autistic people like myself.
Nice.
Cool.
On the back, it says what company it's from.
And I have a certain movie that I'm going to be talking about later on.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off with that, and as well as talk about a bit of the fan base when it came to criticism of that movie.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, I got this from a friend. A friend of mine gave me this.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a standee, and honestly, the only thing missing is Bender steering with his ass.
All right, I got 3 4Ks last month. I'm going to start with a movie that I saw a re-release of on December 12th.
Oh, nice.
Yay, neat. Which remains a Christmas classic.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Naked Gun 2025.
Nice. I need to watch that. I actually watched that film, and I was a bit drunk from drinking.
Heard good things about that film. Yeah, Liam Neeson definitely should do more comedies.
Yes, and we need more comedies like this.
And not shit like the Taken clones he's been in recent years.
Yes. So I wouldn't mind if
and Caught Stealing.
Cool.
Yet another home run for Darren Aronofsky.
So, these were the 3 4Ks that I got last month.
Nice. So, Ryan, do you have anything in your collection? Okay, you have the photo. Shiva Baby, and Psychotherapy. Alright. So I guess we can. I guess for until I guess Sean and Razor enter the chat. I guess we might as well do your pickled treasures.
All right. My pickle of the show. Oh man, this is going to be a hard one.
Gullible.
Let's see. I'm still thinking.
Take as much time as you need.
All right, I've made up my decision. My pickle of the show is Godzilla 1998.
Okay, that's not bad. It's just Roland Emmerich's a horrible director, but still.
Actually, I actually scratched that. My true pickle of the show is Mr. Magoo from the 90s.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Oh yeah, I remember that infamous moment where the film decided to put that this is not meant to be an accurate view for blind people.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Oh, God. And Liam Neeson, and poor Leslie Nielsen.
This movie is disrespect not only to the original Mr. Magoo cartoon, but also to people who have autism and blindness.
Oh yeah, as if I thought that the Unbreakable Boy wasn't enough.
Welcome, Sean.
It's just taking a lot.
Finally.
Hi, Sean.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 1997 Mr. Magoo movie.
I'm sure as hell that it's shit.
Oh yeah. I remember when Animat talked about that in his top 10 worst movies based off the cartoon.
Oh ho ho! I have a video coming up on Animat very soon.
Mm-hmm.
The story of this film. Yeah, the story of this movie is just unoriginal.
Mm-hmm.
The screenplay. Oh my god. It has one of the worst screenplays I've ever seen in a movie. And the dialogue, because the fucking dialogue is just cringeworthy. The acting is terrible. Leslie Nielsen, what were you thinking?
Honestly, he wasn't the first choice from
It's sad because he's proven to be funny, and it looks like from the clips I've seen, it looks like he was at least trying to make the awful script work, as opposed to everyone else.
Yep.
Leslie Nielsen tried to give out a good performance in this movie, but the screenplay that he's given to is garbage. And the directing by Stanley Tong is absolutely atrocious.
And I don't know that woman who was supposed to be from another country. I don't know if I should be offended, but I feel more. But I think Bez from that 70s show would be offended.
Hi, the passionate geek.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Okay. Hang on.
The cinematography is terrible. How this movie was shot makes it look like more of a direct-to-DVD film or even a made-for-TV movie.
I'm pretty sure it was the last second that it got a theatrical release. I assume that.
The editing is all over the place. It has some of the worst pacing I've ever seen in a movie. This movie was 87 minutes. It felt like 3 hours.
In contrast, I recently watched Chainsaw Man Rise the Ark a few times, and man, that went fast. That was really fast paced.
And Ernie Hudson was wasted in this movie as well.
Yeah, I said that in the chat.
And the humor. Oh my god. The fucking humor. The humor in this movie, I can describe the humor in this movie in these following words. Cringeworthy, unfunny, and juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
And do not get me started on the ending.
Well, I bet.
You know where that text appears?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's also this other sequence that that was incredibly mind-boggling, where Mr. Magoo basically goes down a waterfall in a wedding dress.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and there was also that part where he used a parachute, a flotation device as a parachute. Okay, even Fortnite would call bullshit on that.
Like says it though, the dude is literally blind. How is he not falling off?
I have no idea. Like I said before, Fortnite's called bullshit on that.
Yeah, I legit do not want to talk about this movie anymore.
All right.
Mr. Magoo is my pickle of the show. Fuck this movie. Seriously. The people everybody involved in this movie should be ashamed of themselves.
Except for Leslie Nielsen.
No,
Yes. Just stick to the Mr. Magoo cartoon. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
All right, I got a pickle of the show. My pickle of the show would be Dennis the Menace Strikes Again. If you never heard of it, it's a sequel of sorts to the John Hughes movie, and it has Don Rickles as Mr. Wilson. And it has Betty White as his wife. Now, I know you're thinking, how can you screw up? That sounds like perfect. Trust me, there's no comedy between the two. Besides Mrs. Wilson dropping a cake on Mr. Wilson. It's not that good, and it also wastes Bill Murray's brother at 2. Don't watch it. And it wasted another big gun star. I forgot his name. George Wilson? George Kennedy? I forgot. Don't waste your time.
To answer your question, John Wick, absolutely not.
Would you want Chris Pratt to voice Mr. Magoo in an animated film and for Butch Hartman to write and direct?
No.
Fuck no.
No. Anyway, don't watch. Stay away from Dennis the Menace Strikes Again.
Oh, and in the words of Patrick Starr, I defy you, Heartman.
Good one. All right. That's my pickle of the show. You continue.
All right.
All right.
Hello. Sorry for the delay. I was in the middle of doing something to commemorate my grandfather. I was playing this level in Left 4 Dead 2. But anyway, I'm here.
All right.
So, what do we got going on?
We're currently on our pickle treasures.
Oh,
Yep.
boy.
Yep. I
All
did Dennis the Menace Strikes Again.
Oh, sorry. Had that on. I didn't mean to have that play. I was...
All right. And now my treasure of the show is
What
Kung
was
Fu
the-
Panda.
Nice.
That's a
A
classic.
childhood classic indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me go get my 4K copy.
Mm-hmm.
What was the pickle again?
Uh,
I mean, I wasn't around.
My
Mr.
pickle-
Magoo.
Mr.
What?
Magoo.
Oh,
My pickle was Mr. Magoo.
I
Yep.
haven't seen it, but I heard about it. Yeah. Understandable.
It's terrible.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda on the surface of things sounds like it's going to be a very stupid movie, but it actually ended up being one of DreamWorks' most successful franchises.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And for very good reason. It's actually very good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
Yeah, this movie was my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up watching this movie, and I still love this movie to this very day.
Yeah, and the movie and Kung Fu Panda had two amazing sequels. There was no fourth one; they stopped at the third one.
Mm-hmm. Just like Toy Story and Ice Age.
There was only 3 Kung Fu Panda movies and 1 TV series on Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the story of this film is really fresh. The screenplay is excellent. The directing by John Stevenson and Mark Osborne is terrific. The voice acting, especially when it comes to Jack Black as Poe, Seth Rogen as Mantis, David Cross as Crane, Angelina Jolie as Tigress, I think that's her name.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Jackie Chan as a monkey, and then Dustin Hoffman as Shifu is terrific. But my favorite vocal performance of the film easily has to go to Michael Clark Duncan as Tai Lung.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he was voiced by what was his name? He played the guy, and let's.
No, I think it was supported by someone else.
Yeah.
Hey, hang
Oh,
on.
Oh,
I gotta
Ian
go.
McShane.
Oh, Ian McShane. Thank you.
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane as Tai Lung was fantastic. Ian McShane was fantastic. Ian McShane was fantastic as Tai Lung.
What's going on with the audio?
Since you mentioned Seth Rogen, I
Something's
might as
going on
well
with the
go
audio.
ahead and do the laugh.
the animation of this film is beautiful. This is one of the best movie. This has some of the best animation that DreamWorks has ever come out with. Yeah, the pacing is terrific. The kung fu sequences are just awesome. Yeah, the kung fu sequences in this movie are just so much fun to watch. And this movie is full of hilarious moments.
Oh, I love the part where Poe was doing an impression of Shifu.
Yeah, that was funny. And it has one of the most memorable endings I've seen in an animated film. In fact, the sequel, Kung Fu Panda 2, was even better.
Uh-huh.
And then Kung Fu Panda 3 was fantastic. As for this,
That doesn't exist.
Right. We don't talk about that.
look,
Wait, how in the hell are you holding it if it doesn't exist?
Unless it's from an alternate timeline and
Oh shit!
yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
there is no Tooth Fairy, there is no Easter Bunny, and there's no Kung Fu Panda 4.
There is no Tooth Fairy. There is no Easter Bunny. There is no Gabby's Dollhouse the movie either.
yep. There is a fourth Kung Fu Panda movie, believe it or not.
No, there isn't.
No, there ain't.
Got that from an alternate dimension.
Oh man. But in all seriousness though, I actually enjoyed Kung Fu Panda 4.
Good for you. How do you enjoy
And that's
it?
why
I want to like it, but it got worse the more I thought about it.
and that folks is
Well-
why Kung Fu Panda 4 No. Kung Fu Panda is my treasure of the show. Well done, DreamWorks. All right. Let's go ahead and do our movie reviews.
Actually,
Sounds
we
good.
have a crackhead comment. Wait, Razor hasn't shown his collection, and of course, I have a crackhead comment of the day here.
Oops,
All right.
My bad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all good. Let me just hold a sec.
Oh,
For Christmas. For Christmas, I got this book, All Yesterdays. It shows these speculative evolution views of dinosaurs, like remind us. So yes, they're animals. Like my favorite, perhaps, would have to be. Okay, I can't find it, but it was like had some great depictions. My favorite was this one of a plesiosaur hiding amongst coral, and then this graphic novel that's good. Remember that T-Rex documentary I saw back last year? This is a companion piece for it, and it's by a paleo artist I adore. And this graphic novel is actually better than the movie that it coincides with. And of course, I used my Christmas money to get a Switch too.
you're apparently
You're
Congratulations.
you're going to go into debt according to Mr. Horse.
Yep.
Yeah, you're in depth. If I ever get a Switch 2, I want to Switch 2 so bad, just so I can join the club of people who went into debt.
Hi guys.
Hey, Matthew.
Look at my YouTube comment.
Yes, I am able to speak, movie cartoon fanatic.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure.
I hope everyone can hear me loud and clear.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
we obviously know that. Okay,
Yeah.
let's look at my comment here.
All right. There is no Tooth Fairy, there is no Easter, and there is no Crappy's Treehouse the Filmy.
There is no Shitty's ass. There is no Shitty's Hellhole House. The fuck you movie.
I'm just gonna
There's
take
also,
a screen cap of that.
There's also no Toy Story 4 or Toy Story 5.
There is no Crappy's Treehouse the movie.
And there's also no Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh, I got a good mock name. Diddy's Poorhouse the Porno.
I need you guys
That
to come up with
sounds
a...
like something. Okay, never mind.
Hey, guys. I have a question.
What's up?
What do you think for like a good mock name for Rent a Girlfriend?
Hate a Girlfriend?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Maybe I'm.
Fuck a girlfriend.
I don't know.
All right, my favorite one here. You're going into depth.
Yeah.
Oh, and as I said before,
That's referring to Miss Anthroponi's infamous comment of the Switch 2 drama.
Yeah.
Right.
which I just so happen to
Mr.
have.
AKA Mr. Horse.
Right on.
Like I said, I want a Nintendo Switch 2 just so I can make Miss Anthroponi mad.
I have an Xbox Series X, so I'm pretty much fine.
I have the Switch too, but I'm not going into debt anytime soon.
All right, I might as well show my holiday gifts.
All right, let me. Nice.
Very nice.
Nice. Right on. Ooh, cool.
Cool.
Nice one.
All right, so now it's time for the crackhead comment of the show.
All right.
So, you know who Rob Reiner is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
The
yeah, of
director
course.
many classic movies such as Princess Bride and this is Spinal Tap.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Of course. And unfortunately, he was stabbed to death.
Unfortunately.
he did not
He was
deserve to
brutally
die that way.
murdered.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner was brutally murdered.
An
It's
absolutely,
But- and-
mortifying death.
Rob Reiner was murdered in cold blood.
Yeah, that is sad. And unfortunately, a certain asshole decided to pay tribute to him in arguably the worst and most insulting way possible.
I can guess who that is. It must be the evil orange man.
Yep, it is.
Well, we're not going to talk about the political stuff he's done. The fact that he did that, he said this, will never not make us livid. Here's what this asshole decided to say.
Oh boy.
But then again, he's also a celebrity too, so yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
it is easy
All
to
right.
take out the political
Ready?
stuff. there.
Let me say this. All right. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Orange Man's Derangement Syndrome.
God.
Sometimes referred
What the hell
as
is wrong with him? What the hell
What is wrong
with
with
this
you?
guy?
Okay,
Okay, I'm going to read the rest of this. Sometimes referred to as TTS, he was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace.
Bullshit. We all know.
What
that
the
they
fuck?
don't mean
a
it.
tribute to Rob
I
Reiner.
don't know what kind of
What
sadistic
kind of
person
tribute
Trump
is this?
More like an anti-tribute, and this was in poor taste. This is bad. Like when James Woods, who's known for being a supporter of Trump or something, when he called him out,
You just turned a death of a person and trying to make it about yourself. You made
What
it
a
about
freaking
yourself.
narcissist.
This reminds me of when Mr. Horse decided to dance on Susan Wojcicki's grave.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, someone died because a person does not like you, apparently. Even though Rob Reiner died because he was stabbed.
He was stabbed to death by his own son, Nick Reiner.
And
Oh,
same
yeah,
goes for
the
his own
writer of
wife.
Being Charlie. And considering the Rotten Tomato score of Being Charlie, which Nick wrote, yeah, I can see a lot.
Mm-hmm. This guy is we all know that this guy is a disgrace to America. He's practically the worst person in charge right now. We all know that.
And we all know what other horrible stuff he's done. I mean, we're not going to bring it up here.
I hope.
Yeah, let's
we're
not
not
bring that
history-
shit up.
Yeah, we're
I
not.
hope
Yeah, we're not a
history repeats
political
itself with
channel.
The Ides of March.
Yeah, I'm
Unlike
not.
Animact.
Exactly.
And I don't know who's worse, Donald Trump or Matt Walsh.
Probably
Literally,
Orange Man. Orange Man is probably worse because he's actually hurting an entire country, whereas Matt Walsh is just practically throwing his venom out on YouTube only.
Mm-hmm.
and I guess the same also goes for pretty much anyone who works for the Daily Shit Ire.
You know, I'm going to say it. Angel Studios has a much better quality standards than Daily Wire.
Yep.
It's
At
like
least they're not spiteful.
Orange Man, you should be downright ashamed of yourself for this insulting attempt at a tribute to a dead person.
When even
And I
James
cannot wait.
Woods is
And
calling you
yet
out, you know something is wrong.
And yet, you had no problem paying tribute to another tragic event with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. What take? I just don't get it.
It got so bad. It got so bad with that situation that someone actually almost got fired from his own show because of him.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait for when 2828 happens and he's finally gone.
Or if history repeats itself with the Ides of March.
Like I said, we don't want to get. We're not normally a channel for politics, nor will we ever talk about politics on this show. But we're making an exception here because that was just a disrespectful attempt to make tribute to a dead person. There is not enough middle fingers in the world
But
to
then
store
again,
embarrassment in chief.
but then again, the Orange Man is a celebrity, so we have to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, here is to you, to the embarrassment of America.
The embarrassment of America certainly is an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me just do the same thing.
Hold on. Sorry.
Rob Reiner, rest in peace, mate. You were such a great and talented filmmaker. Even if you made North, which I know wasn't your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fact that looking into the Rotten Tomato score of being Charlie should definitely explain a lot about the tragic murder of Rob by his son.
And the sad part of that, and the fact that our anger is not close to done, knowing that the movie we're gonna start with.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I saw this movie on opening day on December 5th.
Ugh.
And that
Thankfully, I used my money on Marty Supreme. Thank God for me.
Which movie are we talking about?
All right, before we mention the title, okay. When I saw Smurfs 2025 back in July, when I saw Smurfs in theaters back in July of 2025, I didn't think anything was going to beat it as the worst film of the year. However, I saw I saw something even worse 5 months later. And that, folks, is Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Oh.
I saw this one as well.
I didn't.
I couldn't get into the series.
I
It
actually
never
saw
really
this
appealed
at my
to me.
Cinemark theater. Here's my ticket.
I went to Marty Supreme. Thank God for me.
And for my own opinions, I thought that the film was mid.
And
Yeah,
as for me,
Hear it from Ethan. Hear it from Ethan. He certainly doesn't call. He certainly doesn't call it mid.
Yeah. Fuck this movie.
Oh
as for
boy.
me, I
Right
went,
there.
I went to
He
see what
doesn't
Crunchyroll
think
had
it's
to
mid.
offer.
I'm going
Yeah,
to go
right
ahead
there.
and go. I didn't really see any movies from December of 2025.
I didn't see that
Okay.
many movies either.
Neither did I.
Okay.
But the
Okay.
closest thing I saw was the Crunchyroll Anime Nights preview for this upcoming season.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. I need to go and pick up food. Since my mom ordered out.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I saw both David and Marty Supreme.
I might as well get going too, because to be fair, because I only saw what Crunchyroll had to offer next season, I feel like there's not going to be much else for me to discuss.
All right. See ya.
See you later.
I'm out. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Alrighty then. Let's start
Okay.
with Ethan.
All right.
The first Five Nights at Freddy's, if you can recall,
Just us four now.
was the worst movie I saw in 2023.
What the?
And I still stand by that. Hell, the first movie was even worse on rewatch. But this manages to be even worse. The story is a horrendous continuation of its predecessor. The screenplay by Scott Cawthon. This is the worst screenplay of the year. The acting is absolutely terrible. Josh Hutcherson is even worse in this movie than he was in the predecessor as Mike Schmidt. But the worst performance of this film easily goes to Wayne Knight as Mr. Byrne. Oh boy! He got on my nerves real quick.
Yeah, he was pretty much a dick of a teacher here in this movie. Like, why would you not let one of your students attend the science fair?
The cinematography is absolutely atrocious. I mean, this has the worst cinematography I've seen all year. Like, how this movie was shot is so bad. This movie feels more like a sci-fi film than a theatrically released film. For directing by Emma Tammy is the worst of the year. The editing is absolute garbage. The pacing, oh my god, the fucking pacing. This has the worst pacing of the year. This movie was an hour and 45 minutes, I believe. This movie felt like it was going on for 5 hours.
Yeah, exactly, Smoking Wrecker.
Exactly. The design of the animatronics looked absolutely atrocious. This has the worst CGI and visual effects of the year.
I'm calling it now. It's probably of all time, isn't it?
No. The CGI visual effects are the worst of the year. Like, this looks more like a PlayStation 2 game more than anything.
It says that the animatronics, as good as Jim Henson's animatronics, are end up being wasted on these mediocre movies.
And this features the worst ending of the year.
Exactly. Yeah, like seriously though, like that was just so anticlimactic. Like seriously though, you were actually getting interesting by letting the animatronics go on their rampages, and it just stopped.
I cannot believe I found a movie worse than Smurfs. And it is this heaping pile of absolute dog shit.
So, hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties.
And of course,
for some reason I couldn't
you guessed
hear.
it. This movie is indeed getting a big, fat, motherfucking 0 out of 10 or an F.
Oh.
And this movie is and of course, this movie is getting the Burn in Hell Award certificate.
Dang.
Yeah, and let's address a bit of the fandom backlash this movie. Anytime people criticize this movie, oh, but Ethan, it was made for the fans, not
Fuck
you.
off! Fuck off with that
Exactly.
shit!
Mhm.
I agree. Like if a film receives criticism, even a fan has to admit when something isn't good. Like I'm a fan of certain things, but even I'm willing to admit when something is not good.
I've been a defender of the Jurassic franchise.
And you
Like
know what?
I still like
The
Fallen
first
Kingdom.
FNAF movie also gets the Burn in Hell Award certificate.
Right. But I feel like I've been
Fuck this
underwhelmed by the
movie
last...
and fuck the toxic fan base.
Yeah. What I was saying was like I enjoy Fallen Kingdom. I mean, I'll admit it has issues, but I can address there are problems with the last two movies, and I'm not going to be like, oh, but you don't get it, it's understandable. Like, I can admit with, like, when I don't like something. Furthermore, I don't believe it's for the fans excuse, because even the fans, that's not an excuse, because fans, if you ask me, deserve better quality. For example.
Exactly. Fans deserve better.
I'm a Godzilla fan, yet Godzilla King of the Monsters has all these Easter eggs and nods to past Godzilla movies. These Easter eggs don't really have any weight. They just make me wish I would be watching those movies instead. And they don't have any weight. Like, for example, the Oxygen Destroyer, its significance was greatly reduced in King of the Monsters. That's not fan service. That's just lazy. And being all, hey, remember this?
It's basically jiggling keys in front of a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and yes, there are movies that are made for the fans. Like, for example, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. It had the fans in mind, but it also understood, hey, it has to be a good movie, too. And I'm talking the OG SpongeBob movie. Of course.
Oh, yeah. And also, I found a certain grifter video, at least the thumbnail, that is.
This is also an issue I take. Because there was this... Troy Duffy joined Grifters on stream, and he said, what I learned in Hollywood is just to give fans everything they want. So you mean that basically we should just fans should just get everything they want, like an artist shouldn't be able to take any artistic risks?
Oh, and by the way, regarding this movie, Scott Cawthon at one point tried to listen to people who criticized the first movie. Where did that feedback go?
Mm-hmm. And on a different note, like I'm not
Scott Cawthon, you might want to listen to the actual critics and not, the stupid fans who might defend you regardless.
Yeah.
Don't do what Super Mario Logan does when it comes to listening to the Jeffy fans instead of his actual fans who want what's best for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Furthermore, I made my point with fans across, but something I was going to say, I couldn't really get into Five Nights at Freddy's. But Because I found that there were these indie games that were like, how is it that they're not as big as Five Nights at Freddy's? Like all these other indie games I can think of. But that's a whole other tangent.
All right, I'm done. All right. My next review is Avatar Fire and Ash.
All right, let me get it up on screen. And I went to go see this movie too, and in 3D.
I saw this at an AMC theater on December 23rd. In fact, let me find the ticket. Let me see if I can find it. It's got to be in one of these jars somewhere.
I went to go see it, and I liked it a bit more than Way of Water, although I do prefer the first film more.
Here it is.
As per usual, James Cameron continues to succeed when it comes to his visual effects.
Yeah, like even people who aren't into Avatar will admit,
See?
yeah, the effects are great.
Yep.
I saw this at an AMC theater.
Good for you.
Plus, I actually like the new villain they introduced in this movie.
Oh, and something just on a different note, I have to say, the actor for Spider. He's based because I heard he said this thing like of how Kevin Conroy was his favorite take on Batman or something.
Varong was a great villain, and I agree. This movie made me actually care for Spider in this movie. And I like how in this movie, Jake Sully actually gets called out here.
What do you know?
Yep. All right. Yeah, this movie was real. This movie was awesome. No pun intended. And yes, I saw this in 3D. Yeah, the story is a really good continuation from its first two predecessors. The screenplay was very well written. The acting is fantastic, especially when it comes to the guy that played Jake Sully. The characters are real. The characters still retain their charm and likability from its predecessors, especially when it comes to Spider.
If there's one criticism of this movie we can agree on, and that applies to Way of Water, is that the film can be too damn long.
Yeah, this movie is way too long.
That's the reason, like, that I'm at, like, wait until it gets a home media release. I'm not sitting in theaters that long.
The CGI and visual effects by Weta looked fantastic. These are some of the best visual effects I've seen this year. The film is beautifully shot. Like, this is one of the best cinematographies I've seen this year. Like, this film was... The way this film was shot was just beautiful. The editing is really good. The musical score... The score of this movie is excellent. The action scenes in this movie were so much fun to watch, especially in 3D. And the ending of this film was really emotional.
Yeah,
Now, if I were to have any complaints of this movie, here's one of them. The pacing of this film, this movie is way too long. And on top of that, the pacing in the first half is really kind of slow. But otherwise, I love this movie. 9 out of 10 or an A-. Yeah, the directing by James Cameron is great. I forgot to mention
and as usual, it's going to make a lot of money. Although for Avatar 4, I really do hope James Cameron does try to listen to the feedback of what people don't like about these movies.
Yeah.
All right. My next review is the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants.
I watched this one online as well.
Oh.
I actually saw this at my Cinemark theater.
I watched it online.
Let me tell you, folks, I really liked it.
For me, I thought it's probably like the third best SpongeBob movie behind Sponge Out of Water and the first film. But yeah, even I'll admit that it was just kind of all right. I will say one positive about this movie is definitely Mark Hamill as the Flying Dutchman. He actually does serve as a pretty good replacement for who's the voice actor of Flying Dutchman again?
I don't
Brian.
remember.
Wait, I know his name. Hold on. Brian. He's the older brother of Bill Murray.
Brian Doyle Murray.
And he's actually
Yeah.
still voicing the Flying Dutchman. Like, he actually voiced him in that new SpongeBob game, which... Okay.
Yeah, Mark Hamill was actually pretty enjoyable as the Dutchman here. And while the movie is kind of similar to the SpongeBob Season 5 episode Roller Cowards,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically the now that we're men, if it's practically the entire movie about SpongeBob, learning to be a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the screenplay of this film is excellent. It's for the most part. The voice acting is really good, especially when it comes to Mark Hamill as the Flying Dutchman.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
Mark Hamill as the Flying Dutchman easily stole the show for me.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Kenny, Bill Fagerbacke, Roger Bumpus, and Clancy Brown all do really good in reprising their roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fun fact: one of the writers of this movie also wrote Smurfs 2025.
Oh, boy.
Pam
Well,
Brady.
I can gladly say that he actually redeemed himself here.
Mm-hmm.
The animation is really good. Most of the humor actually works. The pacing is really solid for the most part. The score by John Debney is actually really good.
Hmm. Right on.
And the ending of this film is actually really satisfying. Now, if I were to have any complaints with the film, it would be that the story was generic. The story was lazy. Especially since it's basically copying the plot from the first SpongeBob movie.
As well as the season 5 episode Roller Cowards.
Mm-hmm.
And don't even get me fucking started on the big guy song.
Yeah, that song is not that good.
Yeah.
And
And
Ice
as well,
Spice's
and although there was one part that,
performance is shit.
like, there was one part of this movie that did get a genuine hard laugh out of me, and it's when SpongeBob and the Dutchman were doing all the challenges. Like,
Yeah,
let's just say
that's easily the best, the funniest part of the movie.
it's basically a hilarious fourth wall break.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the humor did not quite land.
Right.
And the marketing of this film was just terrible. Like, why?
Not surprised. It's Paramount.
Transformers 1 and Smurfs 2025 and Under the Boardwalk and Paws of Fury prove that Paramount can't do marketing for their animated movies properly.
Mm-hmm.
Although, not that Smurfs 2025 would have been good outside of the bad marketing, but that's a different story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the pacing. And the pacing in the first half of the film is kind of rough. But otherwise, I really enjoyed this movie. I am going to give this movie an 8 out of 10 or B+.
Right on.
All right. So, Movie Cartoon Fanatic, do you want to review this movie?
Oh, I already gave a bit of my thoughts, and to give my thoughts, as I said, this is technically the third best SpongeBob movie, so I did kind of give my thoughts alongside yours.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, shall we do a bit of a catch-up of all the films you've seen throughout December?
Oh, sure. Let's see. What do I have?
How about we rip into The Strangers Chapter 2?
Oh yeah, The Strangers Chapter
This
2.
is going to get good.
Oh my god. I saw this thing on Prime Video. My god. This is one of the worst horror sequels I have ever seen. The story of this film is basically just a copy of... The story of this film is just non-existent.
And of course, as like it is with all the Strangers movies, I have not seen it yet, nor do I plan to, but of course, no lesson was learned because apparently characters are still making stupid decisions.
Yeah, the characters in this movie basically have the same IQ as Jeffy from SML.
Like, to pinpoint an example, apparently I saw this clip where apparently one person that couldn't even, use the pitchfork and kill one of the strangers. Which I did watch a bit of a clip of that, and yeah. And there's also the fact that from what I heard from a review, apparently they decided to give them an origin story explaining their motivation. Congratulations, the strangers are no longer scary.
Yeah, the screenplay is horrendous. I mean, the dialogue of this film is just terrible. Terrible dialogue. Terrible. The acting. Oh my god. It's terrible. Horrendous acting. Like, my god. Words cannot even begin to describe how awful the acting is. The cinematography of this film is just awful. Like, and the lighting. Jesus Christ. The lighting is terrible. This movie is so dark. It is so dark that you can't even see what the fuck is going on. You
Start
cannot
saying
even see a
VPR all
goddamn
over
thing.
again.
Yeah. The lighting of this film is just terrible. You cannot see shit. It is so dark.
Quite possibly the darkest movie ever made, where you cannot see jack shit.
Oh, you mean like Skinamarink?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that, and the director is doing a movie for A24.
And of course, of course, we're getting Strangers Chapter 3 early in February.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, I have a comment here in case of that.
And I'm sure it's going to do even worse at the box office.
I'm sure the critics will be very nice to the third movie, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
At least we're getting it in February, so already we're getting that one early and done with. And we can finally be done with this trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
The directing by Rennie Harlan is terrible. This is some of the worst directing I've seen in a film this year. If you thought that his directing in The Strangers Chapter 1 was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Mm-hmm.
The pacing, dear God. This movie is just boring. This movie was This movie felt like it was going on for 3.5 hours.
Dang.
The fucking jump scares.
Oh,
Yeah, the jump scares in this movie are just obnoxious and predictable. Like, you could basically see these scares coming from a mile away. And that ending. Oh my god. What a terrible way to end the movie. And oh my god, we are getting The Strangers Chapter 3 next month. Thank god it's going to be the final one in the trilogy. Thank the Lord.
are you gonna end up
I'll-
seeing that in theaters?
I might. So yeah,
Oh,
folks,
yeah,
I have no
speaking of the
redeeming
third-
qualities with this movie. 0 out of 10 or an F.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah,
this movie.
Oh yeah, what's really interesting about the third movie is that it's competing with A24's Pillion. That should tell you something there.
Well, I know what I'm seeing.
All right, my next review movie is another rant. And yes, I watched Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna return.
haven't.
Congratulations! We have the third movie that's going to be making all of our worst lists next week.
I haven't.
Yeah, like me, Razor, and Ethan all have it on our worst list. I have it in my number 10, Razor's number 2, and Ethan's number 4.
Mm-hmm. This movie did the impossible. It made me hate Jenna Ortega in her role.
This movie is just terrible. Like, yeah, I saw this online. Keep in mind, the story. It's just the story is just non-existent. The script for this movie is terrible. The directing by Trey Edward Schultz is garbage. The acting is terrible. Jenna Ortega is so bad in this movie. Like, her performance is just so. Her performance is terrible.
Yeah, there's a scene where she literally danced like one of those exotic dances in front of while tying the weekend onto a bed.
What the heck? Like at that
What
point,
the
I was
fuck?
like, "What the heck?"
What the actual
Ethan,
fuck?
that's pretty much nothing. And Ethan,
And
that's pretty much nothing in contrast to the Weeknd himself.
Remember when The Weeknd actually had promise as an actor with stuff like Uncut Gems and that one episode in American Dad? But now ever since this and The Idol, stop, Abel. Just stop. Stick to your music, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Weeknd's performance in this film is also atrocious. Like, he's phoning it in just for the paycheck. The cinematography is absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is one of the worst cinematographies I've seen this year. The editing is the editing is just the editing is hot garbage. And the pacing, my god. This movie felt like it was going on for, I don't know, 3.5 hours. And why don't we just get to the worst scene in the entire movie?
The thing that went viral on the internet.
Yeah. And the ending too.
Oh boy.
Like says it though, Jenna Ortega's character literally gets away with attempted murder, arson, and kidnapping.
Fuck that ending. Yeah, 0 out of 10 or an F. Fuck this movie. And oh boy, I'm not done with the stinkers yet. Because my
look at
next
my
rant,
comment.
and considering, and I'm not done with the stinkers yet. Because my next review is Bride Hard.
Oh, Bride Hard.
It's also on my list of the worst movies of the year as well.
Look at
It's
my
in my
comment
top
first.
5.
This is, hands down, the worst R-rated comedy I've seen all year. And the worst comedy I've seen in recent years.
Oh boy. I thought
Rebel
about seeing it in
Wilson, what
theaters.
happened
Glad
to
I
you?
dodged a bullet.
What happened to
Yeah.
you, Rebel Wilson?
You used to be funny, but ever since like Cats, you've picked arguably some of the worst movie roles of your career.
The story. Where do I even start with the story? Oh, I
How
know.
about,
Go ahead.
or how about how the story is so non-existent and juvenile?
Yeah, the story is not existent.
Oh boy.
It has an atrocious screenplay. The directing by Simon West is absolute garbage. The acting is terrible. Rebel Wilson, again, gives one of her worst performances of her career. And Davine Joy Randolph, what are you doing here?
Like, you won an Oscar for The Holdovers.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing in this movie?
And the fact that she was in this movie as well as Shadow Force as well. Like, can we get her a good role, please? At least Ke Huy Quan was in Zootopia 2.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Randolph was in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Don't forget about that.
yeah. The cinematography is absolutely atrocious. The editing is absolutely terrible too. The pacing, dear God. This movie is so slow, it's not even funny. Like, this movie felt like it was going on for 3 hours.
Dang.
The action sequences are pure garbage. And that's mainly due to the terrible cinematography combined with the god-awful editing and horrendous choreographing.
Oh boy.
And not to mention, I did not laugh once throughout the entire film.
Me neither. Like as awful as G20 was, at least that film could be considered unintentionally funny.
And G20 actually has an edge over this one. I mean, Bride Hard, it makes me already wish I was not watching Die Hard. At least with G20, it's not like, hey, this is just like Die Hard. With Bride Hard, I already want to watch Die Hard. I mean, granted, I think Die Hard is better than G20, but you get the idea. Go on.
And don't even get me started on the ending. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I think you all know where I'm going with this. Another 0 out of 10 or an F. Fuck
Dang.
this movie. And just stick to just stay away from this movie and watch Bridesmaids instead.
Mm-hmm.
And Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My next review is yet another stinker. And that is Shadow Force.
Shadow Force.
Oh yeah, the movie that Lionsgate didn't even bother to screen for critics.
Yeah, I only just saw like posters for it, and it then just came and went. And it has Omar Sy, who I actually think is a great actor, and Kerry
The
Washington.
only two redeeming qualities I can give this movie,
Mark Strong, come on, man.
is that the performance of the villain of this movie is actually good. And I actually did not mind the musical score for this movie. That's it.
Oh boy.
The story of this movie is just a convoluted mess. The screenplay is garbage. This is one of the worst screenplays I've heard in a film all year. The rest of the acting is terrible. Jesus Christ. The action sequences are just terrible. Due to the terrible cinematography combined with awful editing and god-awful choreographing. Like, I'm not even kidding. How this movie was shot is so bad that I could not even tell what the hell was going on. The pacing is just dreadful. Like, this movie felt like it was going on for 2.5 hours.
2 hours.
Oh.
And the way the movie... And, again, Davine Joy Randolph is in this movie.
You got, like I said, Oscar winner. Why are you
Yeah,
starting
she
to
won.
crap?
She won an Oscar for her performance in The Holdovers.
Oh, man. Lady, please, you deserve better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
along with Keith Kwan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that ending, and the way the movie ended, it's just a slap in the face to the audience. So yeah, 2 out of 10 or D.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my next review is Fixed.
Oh boy.
I really,
Yeah.
folks, I
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to like this movie, but here's the thing, I couldn't. The only positives I have with the film are the animation. The animation in this film is absolutely fantastic. Like, this is some of the
Yeah,
best hand-drawn animation I've seen in recent years.
Yeah,
And I wish we
it's
would
no
get more.
surprise. Excuse me, but it's no surprise that it looks good because it's Jendy Tartakovsky.
Mm-hmm. Put Primal
And-
Season 3, please be good.
And Idris Elba actually gave out a pretty good vocal performance in the film.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else. The story is a convoluted mess. The screenplay is absolutely atrocious. The rest of the voice acting is terrible, especially from Adam Devine as Bull. Jesus Christ. Adam Devine is so bad in this movie.
Yeah, this is basically just watching dogs being horny.
Which gets old really fast.
Yeah, it gets
there
old
was
real
only
quick.
one joke that actually got a laugh out of me. And it was with the 2 crows. One's all, dogs are gross. And then the other one's all, want to eat out of the garbage? And then the other
And
says, Heck
I'm
yeah.
not even kidding. There's a scene in this movie where Bull actually humps. There's a scene at the beginning of this movie where Bull actually humps Nana's leg for 5 minutes straight.
Insta-kills. Right.
That being said, I think we can agree on one thing. The animators did not deserve the death threats they got.
Yeah, I mean, the animation
Yeah.
was one of the better things about the movie. And people hated it just for being raunchy and gross. I'd argue it wasn't raunchy and gross enough. as movies with Mark put it. Like, as I mean, it's just dogs having sex. Where is the joke? There should be more to it.
Where's the joke?
Yeah. Or like you said, that it could have been funny, like, if it was just the entire film where the dogs were just talking via barking, like that one could have actually
The
worked.
directing by Gendy, actually the directing by Gendy Tartakovsky is a huge mess.
I still like you, Getty. I'm planning to check out. I'm looking forward to season 3 of Primal, though I have my concerns.
And the editing is all over the place. The pacing is a sluggish mess. My God, this movie felt like it was going on for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, the fact that Diaz is even defending this movie should tell you all you need to know.
Yeah. Which there's an animated film that did gross out humor right this year that we might touch on later in the stream. Well, did gross out humor for me, right?
And that ending, don't even get me started on the ending. Jesus Christ. So yeah, 3 out of 10 or D+.
Mm-hmm.
Gendy Tartakovsky, please do better. Please.
Mm-hmm.
My
Hey,
next
Ethan.
review is what's up?
Hey, Ethan, you want a better R-rated animated movie from last year? Here's one I can suggest to you.
What is it?
I'm putting up it right now.
I need to watch. I still need to watch that movie, even though I have not seen the actual anime yet.
Yeah.
I mean, which I did. I decided to get around to watching it in preparation for Chainsaw Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My next review is actually a more positive review.
All
I
right.
actually saw this on 123 Movies, and that is a movie that I sadly missed out on in theaters. And that is The Life of Chuck.
Oh wait, let me
I
get it
saw
on
this movie.
screen.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good.
I love this movie. Mike Flanagan. This is one of Mike Flanagan's best films to date, and it shows it shows why Mike Flanagan is one of the best filmmakers working today. The story is very fresh. It has a fantastic screenplay, terrific acting, especially from the guy that played Chuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also, Mark Hamill's in this movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Hamill
been
was
appearing a lot
fantastic
lately.
in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It has a beautiful cinematography. The way this movie is shot is looks absolutely stunning. The editing is fantastic. And the pacing was actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
And this has one of the most touching endings I've seen in a movie this year. I actually have no flaws with this movie. Oh, and the musical score is fantastic. And yeah, no flaws with this movie. I'm going to give this film a 10 out of 10 or an A+. Well
Mhm.
done, Mike Flanagan. And I cannot wait to see your Exorcist reboot.
All right. Do you have any more left that you recently saw from December?
Not that I know of.
Since I checked your list on Letterboxd, you had some other films on your list.
Yeah. I might as well go ahead and get this movie out of the way. G20.
Wait, you actually watched this?
Yeah, I saw clips of it, and I thought I might as well go ahead and talk about it.
Clips, but not the entire movie.
Yeah,
You might want to watch the entire thing. I prefer
understandable.
watch. Yeah, let's review movies that we actually watched in their entirety.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm going to head off here because I'm going to eat. I have to eat dinner soon.
Okay.
All right.
See you
Take
later.
care.
All right.
See you later,
So
man.
Okay.
I guess now it's
So-
time for what we saw.
Oh,
So, all
hello?
right. So I guess we can start with
it's doing this
Going-
again. Hold on a sec.
I guess Ryan, for the time being, you
Hold
and
on
I
a
can
sec.
talk about this
Hold
movie.
on. I can't hear you.
All right.
Having this weird glitch. Let's see.
Ryan, I think we
Okay.
can talk about this film together. And it's a
All
movie
right.
called that I also saw. It's called Marty Supreme.
Oh my god, yeah. So
Hello, I'm back. Sorry again.
Oh,
The film
oh.
is doing this weird glitch where, like, I can't hear you when somebody leaves the stream. Huh.
holy shit.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, Marty
Alright.
Supreme.
So I saw this in my local Cinemark and I absolutely fucking loved it.
Yeah, right, dude. Like, you better go see this movie. It is genuinely good.
Right.
Oh yeah.
First,
Here's something very interesting that happened. Before the movie played, they played that stupid AI Coke commercial. Hell, I even have
Yeah.
the photo of it.
boo.
Boo!
Yeah. I'm so glad that I took that photo.
Yeah, like this, like I watched this movie on Hazify Pro. I finally watched it, and it's fantastic. Of course, Timothy. Of course, between Ben and Josh Safdie, I think it's good to see which Safdie brother made the better movie.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that the Safdie brothers are always good at in all of their movies is they know how to write characters who are usually described as assholes. Like, yeah, like Timothy Chalamet's character is not a really likable character.
You know,
Not to get into,
it gave me Challengers vibes.
yeah, like I like this movie is the ping pong. What Challengers was the tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Although, unlike Challengers, which was made by a major studio, this is from A24, so it stood a much bigger chance with critics than Challengers, obviously.
And of course, Timothy Chalamet, as usual, continues to give one of his best performances. I mean, I think in more recent years, I think it's to say Chalamet's proven to be a really good actor. Between this, the Dune movies, as well as his Wonka movie.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the direction is also superb because this movie, despite being 2 hours and 20 minutes, it never gets boring. In fact, its story is also it's also on the move.
Right on.
I
Yeah, and
actually
with
rooted for Marty to win the ping pong game.
Yeah, like even though he does actions you don't agree with, you still get behind him enough, much like what they did with Howard Ratner's character in Uncut Gems.
And he got his ass beat with the ping pong. He got his ass beat
Yeah.
with a ping pong. What are those things called?
Ping pong paddle.
Ping pong paddles. Yeah. My God, he got his ass beat. That was so pretty funny to watch.
And yeah, and of course its score is also phenomenal. And yeah, this is definitely on my list of the best movies of the year. Definitely a top 10 contender. So yeah, that is of course Marty Supreme. So the next film from Ryan is from Angel Studios.
Okay, okay, so I went to this with my family. I'm pretty much a religious person in a way, but let's be real here. These guys have better quality standards than fucking Daily Wire, no doubt about it.
Right.
So wait, let me find my review. Hold up. Let me read off my Letterboxd review. Okay, so unlike Smurfs 2025, where Rihanna and the Paramount executives only cared about making themselves look like total fucking idiots rather than making an actually good or tolerable movie, I'm sure that the people at Sunrise Animation actually cared about what was being put on screen. For an animated musical released in 2025, they certainly blew that movie out of the park. The animation is pretty good for a team of unknown, obscure South African animators, while everything else from the writing, characters, voice acting, music, funny moments, and dark tone didn't make me cringe or slam my head against a wall. I don't know if I should really be down to watch this movie again on its inevitable digital or physical media release. I'm still thinking. 3.5 out of 5 or a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm all right. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, Angel Studios is gonna have a bad animated film coming this year. We all know which one.
The Emoji
Oh my
Movie
god,
of
yeah,
the
Animal Farm.
2020s.
Yeah. Sorry, but you really deserve it, man. You deserve it, Angel. Yeah, of course. Of course
Just
you're gonna go through
remember,
holy hell.
Netflix didn't pick up this film. Netflix that was okay with that certain French film and okay with Fixed.
Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, Angel, but you pretty much deserve all those dislikes and those people being merciless to you. The fact that you take such a legendary book and turn it to whatever the hell that trailer was or that movie is going to be, yeah, you totally deserve it.
And now we're at the last movie from Ryan.
Okay, another Shutter exclusive. So basically, you take the James Bond movies from the James Bond movies from the 60s and 70s, and you have it rated NC-17 for violence. That's basically what this is. I gotta really get into these directors more. Bruno Ferzani and Helene Catet. Speaking of them, they have an animated movie in the works called Darling. I'd be very interested in seeing that.
Wait a minute. Is that coming from Shudder?
No distributor is announced yet. It's still being made, but I won't be surprised if Shudder picks it up. Okay, I would go on, but I have somewhat of a speaking problem, so I'm just gonna stop here.
All right. So I guess we're gonna do a bit of a mixed reviews because we're gonna be going between my stuff I saw and Razor's saw simultaneously. Hopefully that works. So the first one I watched I saw a movie called Borderline. And for those who don't know what Borderline is, a movie that literally that I watched on YouTube, and it's also currently now on Tubi and Pluto. And it's about a 90s Los Angeles, a twisted sociopathic stalker breaks into a pop star's home, hoping to marry her, with only her loyal bodyguard to protect her. She must survive the frightening ordeal. And if I were to sum up this movie, it's that this movie can be pretty all over the place. Like, in terms of how it's written and how the characters go, as well as what genre is even trying to be. Yeah, this was definitely a one and done deal, and that's about all I could say for it. And speaking of one and done watches, I saw a movie called Last Days. Do you want to know who directed this movie? The same guy who literally put Fast and Furious in space. Yep, Justin Lin. I watched this one when I heard the bad reviews it got. So I watched it, and yeah, it's pretty mediocre. It's about a 26-year-old missionary journey to the remote North Sentinel Island, determined to convert an isolated tribe. Authorities attempted to intervene before potential harm occurs. And you can tell from my thoughts, this movie is just really boring. Like, seriously though. Yeah, like, Yeah, this is apparently meant to be yet another movie regarding religion and based on true events, but the problem is that I just couldn't care about really anything that went down when watching this movie. And of course, to close up the movies that I didn't care about enough, and it's a movie called Oh What Fun! It's not. This movie is now on Amazon Prime, and it's directed by Michael Showalter. I hope I didn't pronounce that name wrong.
Michael Walter?
Yeah. Yeah, and Oh What Fun! It's a movie where not much of the kid, where not really any character in this movie is likable, and despite the fact that this is a movie that revolves around Christmas, this movie doesn't have much joy. It's boring, unfunny, and stupid. And unfortunately, this movie just has nothing worth remembering.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're at it, I saw In Your Dreams,
Not
which
the
was
Dokken
actually
song.
pretty good. Yeah. And to give you the short run of it, it's a pretty fun movie and it's a pretty cute movie. Where the best thing about this movie is definitely all the dream sequences that go on. As not only were they pretty engaging, but pretty fun to watch, and the characters were were likable and understandable enough. In fact, this was definitely a movie that I would definitely watch if only for the dream sequences because it's really hard to make movies about dreams bad.
Huh. Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next one comes from you.
All right, this film is my favorite of the Knives Out trilogy. I mean, could be a fourth film, but so far this is my favorite film of this series. It had all the great qualities of the previous films, but I liked also how it had some commentary on religion, and I also liked how the atmosphere, like of the setting more, and the mystery. Well, it was very well done. Like, I also liked how it played with the mind. Like, actually thinking, wait, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but like, it played with the mind, but not in a way that broke the world. So yeah, definitely a good film. Daniel Craig is still awesome, and Josh O'Connor. Yeah, I believe that's with him. And this is another movie with Josh Brolin, and also insert jokes with Meg and Hawkeye in the film, and Sandman. But yeah, a great film. Definitely my favorite of this series so far.
So
right?
The next movie I watched was a movie called The Glassworker. The recent
I
animated
really want to see this movie. Yeah, I really want to see this movie.
It's on Daily Motion.
Oh, sweet! I'll be sure to check it out.
Yep. And when I heard about the buzz it was getting and the fact that it came from Pakistan, I knew I had to watch it. But I didn't know when this movie would come out in the States. But when I found out that it was finally getting a theatrical release in America during August and September of this year, yes, I'm putting it as a 2025 movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this movie is definitely fantastic. It's definitely a solid movie with some really gorgeous looking animation. You can definitely tell all the craftsmen definitely works. And I definitely was liking a bit of the romance that was going on because between the two leads. And yeah, if the movie had just been about that and it could have been similar to The Wind Rises, this one would have been one of the best films of the year. Unfortunately, the last third was very weak. Seriously though, like this movie, like the last third is constantly like things just not making sense anymore. Like, and the fact that it doesn't really do much with itself, it was so close to being fantastic. It really was.
I know that feeling with you see those movies that are so close.
But I mean, I still really enjoyed it, and I do recommend this. Because to form your own thoughts, but yeah, definitely a fantastic film. Although the last third definitely falls apart.
Right.
All right, the next animated movie, and I and you also watched this one.
Yep, Lesbian Space Princess. this film actually got better for me as it progressed. Like, because for me, I just thought, okay, the film is just mid or okay. But then as it progressed, it got better and it became a 4 out of 5 for me. This film, like, it's what you expect, an LGBT sci-fi comedy. And no, it's not for everyone because it does have some gross out humor. Like, there is some nether regions and a part involving a bodily function. But it works. But I'd say that in case it works here, whereas Fix didn't, because this film, like, it was with the gross out humor, was over the top. It worked because it was over the top, like of how over the top it went. So yeah, I liked it. Plus, the animation was colorful, and
Yeah.
I loved the message about self love.
Yep.
The only thing like that would make this film have a higher rating is if the lead Sarah didn't end up with what was the name of the green haired
Willow?
girl? Yeah,
Willow.
If didn't end up with, like she should have totally ended up with her.
Yeah, this movie was definitely kind of underwhelming. I will admit the animation is fantastic, and I'll admit I do like Sarah as a character. Although there are parts where, and then there's one thing that just annoys me, like with Sister though. Kiki is not a likable character here. Like throughout this movie, I question why Sarah wants to even save her at this point.
Right.
Like Sister though, she should. I said she should have ended up with Willow, not just because these two had actual chemistry, but because after the breakup Sarah and Willow had, Willow just doesn't even seem to come back after this. Like, she could have been a big contributor for the finale.
I don't think the 98% of Rotten Tomatoes isn't really deserving.
Yeah. Like, and it's sad, too, because the idea of self-love can work, but I was already too invested with her and Sarah that it kind of made the film pretty underwhelming.
I'd say
Yeah,
that
fair enough.
the critic score should have been something like 74% or something.
Like,
Fair enough.
and while there is some good humor, that spaceship really got pretty annoying after a while.
Understandable.
That being said, regardless of how I feel about this movie, I think we can agree on one thing. It's certainly going to be better than what Australia is going to be doing this month.
Oh, right. When I saw that trailer for the movie, like, I didn't see the trailer, but I saw the poster, and I was thinking, this has to be a parody, but it's not. At this point, I am not surprised what isn't a parody anymore. Like, what will be made into a movie after Not Another Church Movie.
Not even Angel Studios would distribute something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of distributor, do you know who distributed Lesbian Space Princesses?
Who?
Screen Australia.
Ah.
Oh, wait. It's Cineverse over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Screen Australia was the producer, sorry. But seriously, look at what they said. Look at what the people behind a super progressive movie decided to say. With no thanks or help from Screen Australia.
Yeah, obviously that's obviously
Superprogressivemovie.com.
Yeah, obviously that's out of spite.
Yeah,
Bro.
like seriously, no. If this movie ever gets released out on YouTube, and hopefully I can find a copy of it, I may watch it solely because one, it has a theatrical release in Australia, and two, so that way I guess I could have material for the worst of 2026.
Apparently they said it was banned in Australia when really it's just going to get the same rating as something like My Hero Academia. There's no way in hell that you'd get banned unless if you're snuff.
Yeah, seriously though, just when we thought Mr. Bertram and The New Norm were the worst and that anti-woke garbage can come out in animation, we have this movie. Thankfully, the next film is a lot better, and it's a movie called Nouvelle Vague, or New Wave.
Mm-hmm.
This was another film that Richard Linklater directed this year. and it's currently out on Netflix. If you don't know what this movie's about, this movie is basically about the production behind the movie Breathless. Yeah. And once, and for the record, I ended up watching and because the entire movie is in French. That unfortunately means I couldn't find a version where there were subtitles. And this movie is fantastic, with fantastic performances and a fantastic presentation, which the entire movie is in black and white. It really makes it like an old school French movie. And of course, Zoe Dutch, who balances between being French and of course speaking in English, gets probably one of my favorite performances of the year. Oh, and fun fact, the actress in Breathless was American and struggled to ever say French. And struggled with the French dialogue. And yeah, and any movie that's basically an old school love letter to Hollywood or in some way old school kind of filmmaking of any kind, it's usually going to get on my good graces. And that's why I felt about Nouvelle Vague or New Wave. So definitely. And now the last two movies come from Razor X.
100 Meters. I wanted to see this film in its original release, but thankfully it got released on Netflix, and it was my final film of 2025. And it was a good year to end it was a good film to end the year on. The animation was well done, and I liked how it dealt with the themes of determination, rivalry, and the search for the meaning in sport. And the English dub was really well done, especially for the child actors. Like, they really did a great job here. My only real gripe is the film really lost momentum around the third act. But it's a film that's worth checking out.
Yep. And finally, we have one more movie left for the entire year.
Come See Me in the Good Light. Oh, right, that film. Right. This film I heard about through a friend. And she said good things about it. So I checked it out, and I can see why the buzz behind it, though I wouldn't rate it as high. But yeah, the film is not for everyone because it does get quite emotional. Like, it's following a person, like a poet with cancer, and but it's about finding strength through hilarity, unexpectedly, like for what may be their final year together. It's a poignant film, and it pushes to keep going through when it all seems lost. So yeah, it's worth checking out, though it might be a bit rough to watch.
And that's it for everything we saw in 2025. All right, now it's time to discuss our future plans for 2026. Regarding the January movie reviews, and as well as maybe for February as well, any movies that got released from December 2025 will be reviewed for 2026 for the movies that we haven't talked about.
Right.
So that's like we're going to do what we did with the previous January. And I also hope to God that this month I finally watch The Owl House, and so I can definitely rank all the episodes in these streams.
Sounds good. It's worth watching.
And of course, this week on Monday, and maybe either Wednesday or Friday, like maybe Wednesday's preferable, we of course go over the best and worst movies we saw in 2025. Yeah, and yes. And like I said, we're going to end the year on the worst list.
Sounds good.
And of course, hopefully we may do more episodes of Cartoonish Cartoon Cast. As like we said, we plan on talking about animated movie franchises as long as they have a TV show involved.
All right.
So yeah, that was it and because of course we don't have really any new movies coming out in January aside from 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, and Markiplier's new movie.
Right.
So yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the season 2 of this particular podcast series, and we're planning to end it with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you to all who joined us throughout 2025, and we hope that we have a strong 2026.
We're gonna need it.
Yep. Anyway, adios.
Sayonara.
See ya later.